Hey YouTube, this is Zach with Achilles Financial, and we are back after a really fun day in the market. There was a lot going on. There was some items over the weekend, and as you heard on Sunday, Jerome Powell, don't bet against the American economy, and you can see that we echoed those sentiments today. A lot of futures movements that caused this. We saw a lot of overnight trading, a lot of pre-market trading that led into this build right here. One of the things that I want to highlight, if we just look at the market moves today, as you can see, we actually didn't end a crazy amount higher than where we were about a week ago. If we look here, in the overall week movement, we were only up $1. However, going into the end of the week, we slowed down. One thing I want to highlight, Thursday, we started ramping back up. Not a crazy week. However, coming into Monday with some positivity, we saw some big gains and then a sell-off. I don't want to say anything crazy about the sell-off. The reason I think for that, in my opinion, is just because we've got a lot of announcements coming tomorrow morning. We've got Walmart earnings. We've got Home Depot earnings. It's going to be a big day. And then we've also got Jerome Powell, head of the Federal Reserve, is going to be testifying in front of the Senate. So all of that being said, what does that lead into? What are we looking at? As you can see, I've got quite the buying power compared to what I had yesterday at $21 a share. So I sold all of my Bank of America stocks. The reason for that, as well as my options, the reason for that is because I was up on them and I sold them at, I believe it was $22.99. It'll say right here. So it was only 13 shares, but I sold them at $22.99. My average cost to get in was $21.77, I think was the cost there. So going to say it will not. So I got in at $21.77, sold for a profit. The reason for that, and I am going to be watching this closely tomorrow, is I'm expecting that during that conversation, we're going to be talking about bank capital and do they have what it takes to both A, stay profitable and continue a appropriate capital level during this environment, and B, are they going to continue paying dividends? If there is negative news associated with either one of those, then I want to be jumping on that. The other stock that I actually took a negative position against is Wells Fargo. You can see up until the end of the day, right now they're still up 8.78%. or $2. However, they're dropping after hours. Again, I think it's some of that uncertainty as well as the market sell-off. And I went ahead and bought one put. So that put is for $24 just till the end of the week. I am going to be looking to get out of that. This is one I'm going to be watching. I may actually set a limit on it. So what I mean by that is if I click on my price here, I may set a limit on this going into the market tomorrow. And I will do this live right now. So I bought it for 23 cents a share. I'd like to see this honestly skyrocket during that conversation tomorrow. So I think I'm going to be looking at doing that 50 point. So I may not settle this right now. I'm going to wait till I see what happens with the futures, but that's going to be the plan. The next steps that I am looking at is I did buy a call on Walmart. You can see it's still going up and down after hours. So it's gone as high as right at that 129. I do have a call for 130 by the end of the week. Right now it says I have minus 22, but that was at the market end right here. You can see that it's actually higher than it's been today, and it's for 130. So I anticipate that at the open is going to be a nice plus. However, they announce earnings tomorrow before the bell. So they're actually expecting it to be in line with what they've experienced. The key item I want to see from them is how are online sales, because I think that's going to be huge for them, as well as what is their forecast, what is their guidance. A lot of companies have been withdrawing guidance. That's the play that I want to see. That's what I am hoping that'll come out of this conversation is, hey, we made a lot of money. So that one is going to be before hours. So a lot of those moves are going to be priced in before hours. I may get burned on this play, but I'm pretty bullish on them. And even if they only go up a little bit, right now I really only need one more dollar from them. So those are the plays I made today. I do want to round it out with the last one. This was the biggest one of the day, and I almost wish I had held it for longer. D.R. Horton, they build homes, and they have been struggling. So I actually bought them about this time period, and they went up. I should have cashed out at this point in time, and then they went down. So as you can see, I only had two options. I think I was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So bought them for $2.34, $1.17 a piece, sold them for $3.18. So a nice little 35% gain. So that was the move that I made there. Overall, lot moving. The ones to watch tomorrow, keep a watch on Home Depot. They had a big run up today. I'll just highlight this information. I believe that may be a 52-week high. So the 52 yep. So that was the 52-week high today. I think a lot of this has been priced in. Maybe it actually was over 3 months ago, closing in on it. So I don't know if this is going to be a blockbuster quarter. My opinion is that it's priced in. Just to highlight why I didn't make a play on them and I did on Walmart is look at these options. So they are heavily priced. I mean, you need to profit on this. If you are actually buying it, you need to see a huge move in the price. So I don't know if that's something I want to play on, but you could always make those moves. They also announced tomorrow before earnings. That is a wrap up of the plays I was looking at today, some of the moves I made. Market continues to be volatile. You'll notice that I am sitting on a decent amount of my cash portfolio. The reason for that is because there's going to be a lot of moves this week, a lot of uncertainty. I think I'm going to see some continuations from what we see or hear tomorrow from Jerome Powell, as well as the big retail earnings. So that's going to continue to reflect on the market, and I can't expect to see just a massive bump because we saw more positive coronavirus vaccine news. So with that being said, team, I appreciate you guys being here today. Thank you for your continued support. It is appreciated. It is noticed. And in the words of Jerome Powell, don't bet against the United States economy. So thank you, everyone, and I will talk to you later. See ya. Bye.